So right now, most of the laws can cover the risk driving behavior like drunk driving, speeding, or helmet and seatbelt use. But I think the problem is not just the law itself. The problem is about the enforcement, like how effectively we can enforce these laws. Because if we cannot enforce the law, people are not going to be afraid of it.
สวัสดีค่ะ Good evening and welcome to Thai Pulse. In 2021, according to World Health Organization, Thailand had a road traffic death rate of 25.4 per 100,000 people. That's one of the highest in Asia and among upper middle income countries. But that was several years ago. So the question is, has Thailand made any progress in improving road traffic and road safety? Today, we are joined by a representative from Thailand Accident Research Center to discuss on this matter. สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you for joining us. First of all, could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Kunnawee Kanitpong. Right now, I'm a director of Thailand Accident Research Center from the Asian Institute of Technology, which is a university in Thailand.
Right. Can you please tell us about your organization, Thailand Accident Research Center?
Thailand Accident Research Center is the national center for the road accident research based in Thailand. So most of the work that we conduct the research, specifically on the research on the road safety. We established this research center since 1998, when at that time the Ministry of Transport they have conducted a study of the road safety master plan, and in the finding from that road safety master plan, they're clearly saying that we need to know why the accident happened, why and when and where, what are the contributing factors of the road accident, and that's why they said that we need the knowledge on this and we need the research. So one of their primary goal is to establish this research center at that time.
Okay, and as I have mentioned earlier before we start the interview, that Thailand has one of the highest road traffic death rate in Asia. Why do you think that is?
Oh, there's many problems. Actually, there are three contributing factors for the road accident. Number one is human behavior itself, which is the most important one. And then we have a problem with the road and environment, and also vehicle itself. So, but anyway, among these three factors, number one is still human behavior. We have a lot of risk behavior for most of the driver and also motorcycle rider. For example, like speeding, drunk driving, fatigue driving, and most of them, when they had the accident, they die because they don't use the helmet and seat belts. And on the top of that, we have a problem with system-related problem as well, such as the enforcement. Our enforcement, law enforcement is not so consistent. We have a problem with the road design that is not so safe. And then we also have a problem with the vehicle, that not all the vehicle, they have the safety technology. So with all these mixed factors, that's why we have a lot of accidents. But anyway, the most important thing is still human behavior.
Right. Are the causes different in different provinces?
It's quite different. So, but anyway, most of the problems are quite common. But only like Bangkok that might have specific problem because Bangkok have more traffic congestion. So the pattern of the crash may be a little bit different from other provinces, but most of the province, the problem are quite similar.
So more about the traffic. How's the traffic in Thailand these days? What helped to shape it into what it is now?
Traffic condition in Thailand right now still heavy and congested, especially in Bangkok. Right, in Bangkok, we have a lot of vehicles, cars, motorcycles, and so on. And the reason why we have a heavy traffic or congestion a lot in our country is because, number one, we have like rapid urban growth. We have so many vehicles, and people in our country rely more on the private vehicles, private cars, motorcycle, and so on. But at the same time, we have limited road space. That's why we have congestion. Second problem is the behavior, human behavior itself too. Sometimes people, they don't have like a good discipline while driving, like illegal parking. They can park anywhere, or sometimes they have like aggressive driving behavior or reckless driving behavior. So all this discipline could lead to the congestion as well.
Yeah.
Another thing is construction. Right now, our country have a lot of construction project going on, and the more construction we have, we need to like close one lane for the construction. So we have limited road space, and also another problem if we have like some kind of construction accident, like road collapse. This kind of thing can affect the traffic condition as well.
And I think it's the habit of the people too. You know, the habit of driving and riding the motorcycle in Thailand, and because of the law, it's not as strict as it should be as well. I mean, if we're going to be talking about a city problem, too much vehicle, it tends to have traffic. But at the end of the day, I think it's the habit and the driving habit of people in those countries too. Because countries like Japan and Tokyo, the traffic is quite hectic as well, but we don't see people driving around recklessly, right? So how do we change perspectives of people in our country, in Thailand?
Oh, discipline is one of the biggest problem in our country. I would say, especially motorcycles.
Yeah.
In Japan, like what you said, they don't have motorcycle, right? Motorcycle mostly we have in Southeast Asian country, which traffic conditions are quite similar. And the reason that why motorcycle always like have poor discipline or not following the regulation because they are quite small. So they think that they can go anywhere, anytime. So this is one of the problem. And sometimes they feel that they want to go fast. They don't want to like follow the rules. They don't want to like stop, or they don't want to like follow anything. So that's why we can see most of the problem is with motorcycle. And the highest number of fatality rates from the road accident in Thailand is motorcyclists as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to point fingers, but we mostly see motorcycles who are riders, and the hailing motorcycle, they're pretty much in a hurry all the time because they know that the law is not strict. That's one thing, and two, I mean, the amount of money that they get per round isn't that much, so they're trying to make everything as fast as they can without considering the law. They might make something happen to other commuters as well. So how can we help to change that? I mean, the law is not quite working. How do we help people to change their perspective and also their habit in driving?
If the law doesn't work or cannot help that much, maybe all this group of the riders, hailing riders, probably their organization can help. I mean, their company. The company can set up the rules to like monitor the riding behavior of their riders, and then they can set something like a penalty if you violate the laws or you had accident or something else. Probably they're gonna have like a point deduction or something, or have like a penalty, so that could help. Otherwise, if we rely on the law enforcement itself, maybe it's quite difficult.
The platforms should help too, but from what I can see from the platforms, the rider platforms, they're not serious either too. So someone should step up and be serious about it.
What about the system of giving driving permits? If you compare to other countries, do you think in Thailand it's way too easy?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
If you have experience trying to get the driver license, you just need to take the exam, right? Written exam. But for practical exam, you don't need to have an exam, riding exam, like in among other traffic. You can just do it in the Department of Transport only. Like did just some trial or some short riding or driving only. So this is a problem, and I think they're trying to improve it. But I mean, like in the future, we still have a lot of improvement on this. Right now, we try to look at the example from other countries, like in Japan, like in even in ASEAN countries, how they do about issuing the driver license. But as you said, we still have problem. And right now we can have like some driver or rider with driver license, but with no quality. Because they just like pass the written exam and pass some maneuver while they test drive only. But when they drive among other traffic, the performance still not good.
If I'm not wrong, in Europe, in certain countries, you have to actually sit with the instructor for numbers of hours, and you have to practice driving for months before getting the license, right? Am I right?
Yes.
And how many hours in Thailand that we have to do that before getting the license?
Seems like no.
Seems like
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, so at first you pass the written exam and then you try to pass the test riding exam and then you can get the they call it temporary driver license for 2 years, and then after that you can renew it to get the permanent 5 years driver license.
Then maybe we should,
I think that's one of the root
adjust
of
the platform from the European countries into Thailand, because that will help to create a better habit in driving and riding for us too.
Right. You mentioned about the road infrastructure in Thailand, which is problematic too. And how does it compare to other countries?
For the road and infrastructure in Thailand, the concept of our road design, we're trying to improve the mobility. We're trying to increase the speed. But at the same time, we don't think about the safety that much, especially the safety of all road users. So right now we design the road mostly for the cars. But for cyclists, motorcyclists or pedestrian, probably our road design is still not safe for them. So we need some kind of like a facility for this, we call it vulnerable road user, because if they have to use the road space together with the larger size of the vehicle, the consequence is they're gonna have an accident with serious injuries. So that's why I think in Thailand we have to think about this group of road user a little bit more. For example, we might have some kind of like a dedicated lane or motorcycle lane in the future. We should have like safe crosswalk for them. We should have safe sidewalk for them. So this is what we need to improve for the road and infrastructure in our country to make it safer.
But we actually have a lane for motorcycle though.
In some areas.
Most of the time it end up having big vehicles, cars using the motorcycle lane. So that's a problem. So I think we should have more motorcycle lane and make it known that cars shouldn't be using these lanes, because if they do, they're going to be causing more traffic too, and accidents tend to happen. Okay, so we're going to take a short break on Thai Pulse, and when we return, we're going to continue our discussions on road safety, driving laws, and what Thailand can do to reduce the amount of traffic accidents. Stay tuned.
In 2026, Thailand's tourism industry sets a new direction under the concept of the New Thailand. The focus is on elevating quality alongside sustainability, embracing high value and sustainability as the core principle. The goal is to create meaningful travel experiences that generate long-term value for the economy, society, and the environment. A key strategy is advancing the subculture economy, targeting niche traveler segments, from food enthusiasts and soft adventure seekers to spiritual travelers who blend local beliefs with contemporary lifestyles. These immersive experiences enhance value and strengthen Thailand's distinctive tourism identity. Another priority is expanding tourism to secondary cities, linking local identity with grassroots economic growth. At the same time, Thailand is raising standards toward becoming a green destination, promoting community-based tourism and environmentally responsible management. Wellness tourism continues to meet the needs of travelers seeking rest and rejuvenation for the body and mind. At the same time, Thai festivals, traditions, and cultural heritage are being creatively developed into powerful soft power, enhancing the country's image on the global stage. The new Thailand is not just about travel. It is about creating value, meaningful experiences, and a sustainable future for Thai tourism.
"2026, a new chapter for Thailand that the world is watching." This year, Thailand steps up as a true global main stage, hosting everything from elite financial summits to the world's major music festivals. Ready to welcome everyone as the hub of ASEAN with comprehensive infrastructure, connecting every journey with ease and convenience, elevating your experience with attentive service in every detail and low-carbon event standards for genuine, sustainable success. Be part of this new history right here. Thailand MICE 2026, the global stage of celebration. When is the perfect time to visit Thailand? The answer is every single day. In the summer, ride the crystal clear waves and dive into vibrant beach festivals. In the green season, trek through lush rainforests and conquer thrilling river rapids. In the winter, feel the crisp mountain breeze and wake up to a breathtaking sea of mist. Thailand has it all in one place. Thailand, the ultimate travel hub.
ASEAN's digital economy could reach $1 trillion by 2030 and up to $2 trillion if the Digital Economy Framework Agreement or DEFA is finalized. The deal will make cross-border digital transactions easier, faster, and more secure. For years, ASEAN's digital growth has been held back by different regulations, limited data flows, and barriers facing small businesses. But DEFA is designed to change that. DEFA will link Southeast Asia's digital systems, enable seamless payments, and ease cross-border business expansion. Negotiations are over halfway done. If successful, DEFA will not just transform ASEAN's economy, it could redefine the region's place in the global digital order. Welcome back to Thai Pulse. In this segment, we are going to talk about driving laws in Thailand. So, as a road traffic expert, what is your view of the current driving laws in Thailand? Are they still effective for you?
The traffic law is okay. I think it's okay because right now most of the laws can cover the risk driving behavior like drunk driving, speeding, or helmet and seatbelt use. But I think the problem is not just the law itself. The problem is about the enforcement, like how effectively we can enforce these laws. Because if we cannot enforce the law, people are not gonna afraid of it, and people still have a kind of like a risk behavior anyway.
Right. What about the penalties and the punishment, is it sufficient?
For the penalty, at the moment, I think it's quite fair enough, but it's fair, but probably it's not strong enough to change the behavior, especially those driver or rider who are like a repeated offender. Sometimes the penalty or the fine may be not appropriate for some group of the people. Maybe it's too cheap or too low comparing to their income. So if too cheap, they're not gonna like afraid of the penalty. So they said that, okay, if I got caught, I can just pay the fine easily.
Traffic accidents. Talking about traffic accidents, it happens very often in big cities, especially in Bangkok. And one of the main reasons causing the accidents is traffic architecture. Do you think Thailand needs to prove anything on this?
Yes, that's why I mentioned earlier that the road design need to be improved for all road users. Okay, we already mentioned about road users such as like cyclists, pedestrian, motorcyclists. So we need to have some more infrastructure that are friendly for this group of the road user.
Okay. Any like ideas that you would like to add on other than the motorcycle lane that we already have in certain areas in the big cities?
For the motorcycle lane, we have some, but not that many, and some of them has been designed in a inappropriate way. For example, you just mentioned that we have motorcycle lane, but some cars just park on it. So probably it's not gonna work. Or sometimes we just have motorcycle lane, but it's too narrow, so it's not functioning very well. So motorcycle don't want to use it because it's too narrow. So we need to improve this design. Other type of the design, such as the special, the roundabout helps a lot. Actually, the roundabout can help to reduce the speed, can help to control the behavior of most of the car driver and also motorcycle rider. In European, in other country, in most of the developed country, they use a lot of roundabout. But in Thailand, we are not get used to it. We feel that it's people don't know how to use it. So people like more on the installing the traffic light, but actually roundabout is one of the effective countermeasures.
Yeah, when I was in Europe, we were on the road and we were around the roundabout forever, like too much that I got dizzy. Yeah, so I started to research like how does it help. It actually really helps.
But it works,
It works, right. So as for your organization, all the research that you have conducted, how do you use it to contribute to improving road safety?
Right now, when we do the research, we have the evidence. This evidence based, we make it and convert it to the recommendation for the policymakers, for the decision makers, and then they can use our research result, change it to like a real world actions, and to improve the road safety problem. So our research center right now, we do many things. We conduct the accident investigation, so we know what are the root cause of the crash, and we also audit the road as well, so we can like identify what are the deficiency of the road design nowadays. We analyze the crash data. We maintain our crash database to understand the crash patterns and what's going on. So we convert all this everything into the recommendation and propose it to the policymakers.
Right. So a majority of your partners is government organizations.
Government organization, NGO, the university, and public itself. Because we also like provide some kind like a public awareness training as well.
And your organization has developed several studies on domestic traffic, right? So do you think Thailand needs more academic research in this field?
I think so. Because even though we have a lot of strong research study on this, but since the traffic condition has been changed nowadays, we have like behavior that always changed, new technology and everything. So the research should be up to date, so that we can like make the research, adapt the research appropriate for the most recent behavior of the people on the road.
About the roundabouts in Europe, I think it's quite different to what it is in Thailand. Like in Phuket, we have a lot of small roundabouts and it's not safe though. In Europe, it might be, but in Phuket, it's not close to safe at all. Every time I'm about to, get into that roundabout zone, I feel like danger is coming because I don't know if you have been reading the comments online whenever you see news about the traffic in Phuket, but people always say, oh, I remember there was this content asking, where in Thailand do you find the most difficult to drive? Where do you find the most aggressive drivers in Thailand? And 90% of people would comment Phuket. And honestly, as a local, I have to agree. If you can drive in Phuket, you can drive anywhere. They're aggressive drivers. So at roundabouts, it's not quite safe. How do you think we can adjust that to make it as safe as it is in Europe?
Actually, the roundabout is not just a circle. It's not just you put something in the middle of the circle. It's not only like that. We need to have proper design of the roundabout. I mean, the roundabout that we see in Europe, they have a proper design. But probably some of the roundabout in Thailand, they just like put something in the middle. So we don't call it roundabout actually. We have the way how to design the roundabout and make it more effective and safer. Okay, for example, you need to have like a radius of the roundabout. You need to have like a splitter island. You need to have some deflection that you can actually reduce the traffic of the speed before entering into the roundabout. Because it's the way of the design. If you put just small things in the middle and leave the roadways too wide, then you cannot like reduce the speed, and then the car or motorcycle still entering into the roundabout with high speed anyway. So that's going to be the dangerous. So it need to be like have a proper design.
Every time I get to that zone, I was like, aren't there any lane or anything to indicate where I should be? Because everybody is like barging in to go.
I'm sure you're very close to many policymakers. Is there a discussion or conversation about improving road infrastructure? For example, as she said, roundabout at all?
Yes, right now they start to have a proper roundabout in many locations in the country. But since roundabout is quite new in our country, so sometimes the designer they still think that they don't like it. So this attitude need to be changed in the future. So it should be like the new countermeasure that they need to think of, and not only the design itself, the budget, everything, the maintenance is cheaper than put the traffic signal. But you know what? Sometimes they have a conflict with the local people nearby too. If the people they don't know how to use the roundabout, they don't like it. The first thing that they request from this government officer, they're gonna ask for to get the traffic light. So this is a thing that is quite challenging for them to make a roundabout.
Right. We are in the era of AI, and the BMA just introduced the AI-driven traffic lights, right? Do you think the AI could help increase the rate of road safety in Thailand?
Yes, sure. And actually, the AI can help to reduce the traffic congestion problem too. Like for example, like ATC, the actuated traffic control, or M-Flow that we have right now. If we can reduce or minimize traffic congestion, we can control the speed. Then we can also reduce the risk of the accident.
Thank you very much for insightful conversation. ขอบคุณค่ะ Alright, that's all for Thai Pulse this week. We see you again next weekend. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ